Hey y'all, it's August the 7th, 2018, hanging out with Bella. She down there. Alright, I wanted to talk with y'all about something that's pretty crucial. Before I do that, I want to kind of set a foundation. Sorry for wobbling the camera around. I'll get a better setup pretty soon. Alright, I want to talk with y'all and set a foundation about what it is I'm about to talk about. And this channel, and of course subsequently this bitchute channel, alright, because YouTube's committing suicide. This channel, it has followed many different situations, events, current events and things of this nature. There's certain ones that we've kept a real tight ear to include, for example, Caitlin Nicole Davis, to include Shaylin Ammerman, to include all sort of things. The thing is, we've talked about all sort of situations, to include the election, to include autism, to include this and that. There's going to be an assortment of different various things we talk about, people we talk to. We talk to all sort of people on this channel. We get perspectives from all over the world. Alright, and I'm not saying that to brag, I'm just saying this is the power of the internet. Alright, YouTube, they don't want no part of it. So, thing is, with all that being said, I want to say it's all connected. Everything that we talk about, even though it doesn't seem related to each other necessarily, might seem random to people outside looking in, it's all very much connected in that it seems as though we're struggling here for justice. A lot of people are. A lot of people struggling for justice. Alright? To include targeted individuals. There's whole websites about targeted individuals for justice. But, we understand that there's people, there's entities, there's principalities, perhaps, stifling our seek for justice, or seeking for justice. Someone's stifling it. A whole bunch of people, and they seem to be colluding. You heard of the word collusion a lot lately. I believe, from what I understand, they're colluding all over the place. These entities, and they all want, basically, there's common denominators in what they all want. Alright? Some of those common denominators include hatred. They want us hating each other. Alright? Fear. They want us fearing each other. Alright? And not even thinking about all the people pulling strings trying to manipulate us. Alright? We're onto it. Alright? This channel, amongst hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of others, onto it. We're figuring all this out, that there's people, there's entities, there's, like I said, principalities, there's industries trying to stifle all sort of justice, amongst other things. Alright, we're talking about all those sort of things, and we're talking about common denominators. We're figuring out there's a network of entities, there's a network of individuals, there's a network of power players doing things that, we can't even imagine, probably. We're hearing this and that. We're hearing these common denominators. We're talking about everything being connected. South Africa, for example, and we're going to start talking about that more and more, because that situation, you got to understand, it's starting to get worse and worse. You understand, we're not supposed to talk about South Africa, or at least YouTube didn't want us to. We're going to have to do our own thing, but we weren't supposed to talk about South Africa. You understand, people get shadow banned, as I very well proved, which is obvious. Right? People actually got banned off of things like Parkland. When people were talking about Parkland, guess what? A lot of people got banned. They got banned right in front of my face. I saw people literally disappear off of YouTube who I was talking to. Alright, so There's all sort of things that we weren't supposed to talk about. The common denominator is all these things are related. They're all connected. Certain things not supposed to talk about. There's certain people who we can't have on the internet, period, anymore, to include Alex Jones. Meanwhile, I want you to know this, all right? And I want to be very clear about this. They're saying all sort of weird, different things about why they want to ban Alex Jones off this, that, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. It really doesn't matter. All they're going to do is make him more popular. They don't even understand that. All right? They're simply trying to quiet him down. He's reaching too many people. Go ahead and cut him out the loop. All right? Meanwhile, they convinced some people out somewhere that Alex Jones was badgering Sandy Hook victims and pushing little kids down on the ground. All right? Meanwhile, they're never, ever, 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 ever going to show you a clip of him doing that. They're going to talk about him doing. They're going to be like, oh, Alex Jones pushed a kid down the stairwell. Oh, it's on videotape and everything, and I saw it. They're not even going to show you the clip. They're like, oh, you better believe it. You better believe what I seen. He's a Nazi. All right, he said all these things about Sandy Hook being a hoax and this and that. Nobody died. And he was badgering. It's like, dude, okay, show me 1 minute. Show me, I dare anybody. All right? I will come to your house and I will paint your house. If you can give me a 1 minute clip that's unedited where Alex Jones specifically talks about Sandy Hook being a hoax, being not real. Just 1 minute. And I swear I will somehow pay for airfare wherever you are, come to your house and paint your house for you. All right? You cannot do it because it doesn't exist. All right? We're experiencing something right now in which Alex Jones is banned from this and that and the other for things that don't even exist, because if they did exist, they would show them to you. They don't have them. All right? All sort of things are unaffordable. Now, that being said, we're going to talk about all those things. We're going to talk about all the things that we shouldn't be talking about, to include Islam, right? Sometimes. Jihadi brides and all the rest. We're going to talk about it sometimes, right? Right now, I want to say something that's very important, and perhaps is the cornerstone of all what's really going on right now. It's a very big facet of this whole cabal of injustice. All right? A man that you need to know, if you don't already know. Thing is, he came to my attention and I don't even know how. About a couple weeks ago, a man that you need to know. If you're concerned about all these things, if you think about all these things that you're not supposed to think about, right? If you understand that there's various evil, heartless entities out there that want to keep us down, that want to keep us impoverished, you might understand that they do bad things to children as well. You might understand that certain ones of them work in and around Hollywood and in and around the Disney Channel for show. You might already be aware of that. So, speaking of that, the man you need to know, all right, above all else right now, I promise you, Isaac Cappy.
Yes, this shit about Spielberg is true. Steven Spielberg is a pedophile. What's happening is, here's the deal. To control people's perception of reality that gives you everything, okay? That gives you everything, and these people it's slipping away. It's hard to know, honestly, even for me, it's hard to know who wants the truth and who, has some sort of an agenda.
You need to know who he is. They don't want you to know. He certainly is shadow banned all over the place. However, the truth gets out. You're going to want to listen to Isaac Cappy real quick. Thing is, he's what's popping in the streets right now. He's the one that's going to start getting all the attacks from all over the place, to include Corey Feldman. You know what I'm saying? He's really making moves, he's saying names. Like, I ain't never seen nobody say names before. You might say, oh, this and that. Oh, he might be making it up. Well, just like he said, well, if he is making it up, people should start suing him real soon about all the stuff he's talking about all over the internet. It's made its way onto YouTube, and he's not even on YouTube. All right, Isaac Kappy, that's Kappy. All right, you're not supposed to know about him, but he's talking about all sort of things that you might be interested in. All right, he's saying all sort of names that might have some explaining to do real quick. It might have everything to do with the disgusting underbelly of society that is Hollywood, that is this political crowd, that is the Silicon Valley, doing all sort of disgusting, perverted things to each other. Not only that, but to children as well. All right. It seems that I know about it. It seems that Alex knows about it. It seems that Kappy knows about it. It seems that Donald knows about it. It seems that a lot of people are understanding that people think that they're going to run roughshod and do all sort of things behind the scenes that's not going to come to light. It is coming to light. Guess what? People is going to get indicted. Guess what? I'm talking about pretty soon. Guess what? I got real good sources about that. All right, real good sources. But in the meantime, Kappy, he's saying some things that are really, really cutting to the core of what's trying to be swept under the rug right now. And like I said, I hate to keep bringing it up, but the midterm elections is really kind of the last hurrah for whatever entities out there who are willing to do God knows what to children in order to get their way. All right, so it's a reason why YouTube is pretty much committing their own suicide on themselves. It's because too much truth is getting out, but in the meantime, can't stop, won't stop. This train has already left the station. YouTube doesn't know what it just did to itself. And that's all right. We'll holler at them later. It's August the 7th, 2018, and y'all, appreciate all y'all out there. Just subscribe to me and stuff, man. A lot of people already are. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later.
And he has far too much detail for him to... I don't think he's lying. So, yeah, it is gut-wrenching. And, how do you find the survivor stories? Just with the hashtag survivor stories. Just look that up on the search. Although they're probably suppressing it. Twitter is just, Twitter's a mess. Facebook is a mess. They banned InfoWars from Facebook, Twitter, I don't know, Spotify. But y'all know that I'm going hard in the paint for you, for us, for the truth. Spielberg victims, yeah, look up Heather O'Rourke. What's up with Adult Swim? Oh, this is one thing you can do today. Hit up their comment section and be like, yo, Adult Swim, why do you promote and glamorize pedophilia? It's a valid question. I think that people on the inside over there are they must be just, everything's on fire right now. Things are crazy right now, guys. They must be just, everything's on fire right now. Things are crazy right now, guys. You know. Yeah, Crispin Glover did kind of low-key out Spielberg years ago.